Many countries around the world are finding that there's a shortage of land to keep up the pace of development. Now, this leaves them with a difficult problem. Do they demolish what's there already and rebuild with taller and larger structures, or do they look to a more radical solution instead? Some city planners have decided to reclaim land by transforming water and wastelands into thriving urban centers. Join me. We're going to count down 15 amazing cities built on reclaimed land. Number 15. Hulhulmale in the Maldives. Hulhulmale is an artificial island in the Maldives, which is a South Asian nation known for its coral atolls and turquoise waters. Found just a short ferry ride from the capital city of Male, Hulhulmale has become a vital extension of the capital, and it was opened in 2004 as part of a project by the Maldivian government to address the challenges of overcrowding. Reclamation work began in 1997 when land was dredged from the sea, and at an estimated cost of around $40 million, the island now covers an area of about 2 square miles, or about 4 responsible living in a place that will be one of the first in the world to majorly feel the effects of oceans rising. Solar panels here are installed on most buildings, and there's an effort to manage waste effectively. Hulhulmale is seen as a smart city with digital infrastructure and energy-efficient buildings, but even so, it's become a massive boost for the Maldivian economy. In recent years, further phases have begun, which will see the island being expanded even further, and will then see the creation of a financial district, international standard hotels, and, of course, a yacht marina. Number 14. Songdo, South Korea. Songdo in South Korea is a smart city in the Incheon Free Economic Zone, about 19 miles or 30 kilometers to the southwest of Seoul. Built on about 1,500 acres of reclaimed land along the Yellow Sea, it's one of the most ambitious urban development projects in modern times. Its development here began in 2002 with an estimated cost of about $40 billion, making it one of the most expensive projects ever attempted. It's designed to take you around, and this is just the start of the attempts to reduce the dependency on cars. Songdo was designed from the start to be a pedestrian-friendly city with wide sidewalks, bike lanes, and an extensive public transportation network. Their closeness to Incheon International Airport also makes it well-connected. This has attracted multinational corporations, conferences, and tourists. Standing out above it all is the Northeast Asia Trade Tower, which is South Korea's tallest building with a height of 1,000 feet or about 305 meters. There's also a huge focus here in Songdo on sustainability. The city uses energy-efficient systems such as green roofs and solar panels, and it's got innovative waste management systems too. This, of course, massively reduces carbon emissions, but also ensures that there's a much cleaner and more efficient urban environment. It's hoped, therefore, that Songdo will be seen as a proof of concept about the way that new cities can be planned and operated, and many of the features that have been incorporated in it will be replicated in the developments elsewhere found in the world. Number 13. Kobe's main city bridges and advanced transit system there, including the Roko Liner, which is an automated guideway transit line that links the island to Sumiyoshi Station on the JR Kobe line. Now, this level of connectivity has made Roko Island an integral part of the wider Kobe region. When it was being designed, it was clear that a plan needed to be put into place to attract people to move there. And on Roko Island, the solution was modern residential areas designed to create a higher standard of living for its residents. Apartments and housing complexes are built with a blend of Japanese and Western architectural styles, with spacious layouts and easy access to facilities. The island's also become a center for international culture and education, with several international schools, including the Canadian Academy, which attracts expatriates and foreign families living in Kobe. This emphasis on multiculturalism has also shaped the island into a diverse and inclusive community, making it a unique place to live and visit. Elsewhere on the island are warehouses, distribution centers, and facilities for industries such as pharmaceuticals and electronics, in Johor, Malaysia. Probably one of the most ambitious new city developments in recent times is the Forest City in Johor, Malaysia. Built on reclaimed land across 4 artificial islands in the Johor Strait, the project was launched in 2015 as a joint venture between the Chinese property giant Country Garden Holdings and a Malaysian partner. Covering an area of 11.5 square miles or about 30 square kilometers, this smart city is near the Malaysia-Singapore border, aiming to attract some global investors, businesses, and residents. Nicknamed the City in a Forest, it has vertical gardens, rooftop vegetation, and green facades across its residential and commercial buildings. Now, that not only enhances the aesthetics, but it has a practical purpose as well, as it contributes to reducing the urban heat island effect and improving air quality. The city also uses smart technology for traffic management, energy efficiency, and waste disposal, with a focus on sustainability. Things haven't been easy in its development, though. Initial projections of attracting hundreds of thousands of residents have been slow to materialize. An entertainment city that covers an area of almost 10 square miles, or about 25 square kilometers, and it's become a global hotspot for tourists and residents. With world-class attractions and state-of-the-art infrastructure, it's just 30 minutes from Abu Dhabi city center and a short drive from Dubai. Yas Island is a leading part of Abu Dhabi's plan to diversify its economy by boosting tourism and entertainment. The island's centerpiece is the Yas Marina circuit, which is home to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and a major highlight of the Formula One racing calendar. This racing track hosts a variety of other motorsports events and offers driving experiences during track days. The Yas Marina, which is next to it, adds a further sense of luxury with fine dining restaurants, yacht berths, and waterfront promenades. As an entertainment destination, Yas Island is also home to Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, which is the world's first Ferrari-branded theme park. This is where you'll find the Formula Rossa, the fastest roller coaster in the world, and other various theme parks too, like Warner Brothers, World Abu Dhabi, and the Yas Water World. The island is also a destination, and based on how well it's done, there are already plans to expand it and build even more attractions here. Number 10. Bahrain Bay. Bahrain Bay, which is in Bahrain's capital, Manama, is a prestigious waterfront development that was built on reclaimed land along the northeastern coast of this island nation. Covering an area of about 15.6 million square feet, or about 1.4 million square meters, this mixed-use space provides for residential, commercial, and leisure developments in an upscale and sustainable urban environment. Now, the project was launched in 2006, and it was designed by Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, a leading architectural and urban design firm. Its location along the coastline provides incredible views of the Arabian Gulf and closeness to Manama's city center. Among the structures on the skyline is the Four Seasons Hotel at Bahrain Bay, which is on its own island, and the Arcapita headquarters that, with a glass facade, seems to twinkle in the desert sunlight. The residences target wealthier Bahrain Financial Harbor, and the Bahrain World Trade Center further heightens its appeal to businesses looking for a connectivity and prestigious address. This, along with the city's free trade policies and investor-friendly regulations, has attracted a wide range of companies to establish themselves in Bahrain Bay. Great effort also went into protecting biodiversity here during the reclamation process, including the protection of the underwater reefs and marine habitats around the bay, which is now a hugely popular tourist destination with increased access and luxury hotels nearby. Number 9. Port Island, Japan. Port Island, which is in Kobe, Japan, is one of the first artificial islands when it was completed in 1981 after nearly 2 decades of planning and construction. It's in Osaka Bay off the southern coast of Kobe, and it covers an area of around 5 square miles or 13 square kilometers. With the land used for residential, commercial, industrial, and recreational activities, it was one of several islands in the bay that were built to help alleviate congestion in the wider Kobe region. Building an island isn't easy, it's an innovation. The Kobe Convention Center, which is on the island, often hosts international trade shows, conferences, and events, drawing people from around the world. The residential zones on Port Island offer a high standard of living with modern apartments and features, and the island's planners incorporated parks, green spaces, and waterfront promenades into its layout, far more than is seen in most of Japan's urban centers. The island also has institutions like Kobe Women's University and various research centers that specialize in fields like marine biology and disaster mitigation. It's here that one of Japan's leading earthquake preparedness and recovery institutes is based, which has developed procedures for how to react in emergencies. The island's waterfront is the most popular destination, though, with views out across Osaka Bay. The Kobe Animal Kingdom, a unique zoo where visitors can get close to the animals, is also a particular highlight. It makes the island a city in its own right, with virtually everything residents and visitors need being available there. Number 8. Al Marjan Island, one of the UAE's leading destinations for tourists. It was launched in 2013. The island is part of the strategy to widen the economy and establish itself as a leading global tourism hub. Unlike the urban centers of Dubai or Abu Dhabi, Al Marjan offers a relaxing escape with pristine beaches, clear blue waters, and beautiful landscapes. The project was part of their Vision 2030, which is a plan for economic diversification and sustainable growth. This island has been a key driver of foreign investment into the emirate, particularly in the hospitality and real estate sectors. Across the island, there's various world-class resorts and hotels, which cater to a wide range of tastes and budgets. Luxurious properties like the Marjan Island Resort and Spa and the Doubletree by Hilton Resort and Spa Marjan Island provide top-tier accommodations with stunning waterfront views and exceptional facilities. These resorts have private beaches, infinity pools, fine dining, and state-of-the-art wellness centers, ensuring an unforgettable experience. The island is also a growing center of investment in art. Pearl Island, which is off the coast of Qatar's capital of Doha, is a man-made one that's become one of the country's most famous landmarks. Covering an area of over 1.5 square miles, or about 4 square kilometers, it was designed to showcase luxury, exclusivity, and an unmatched lifestyle. Its name, the Pearl, was chosen in honor of Qatar's pearl diving history, as the island was constructed on what was once a major pearl fishing ground. Developed by the United Development Company and revealed in 2004, the Pearl Island was the first land in Qatar to be available for freehold ownership by foreign nationals. This decision paved the way for increased international investment, making the island a center for global residents wanting luxurious waterfront living. One of their most vibrant areas here is Porto Arabia, which is a marina district known for its views of the Arabian Gulf, upscale shopping, and fine dining. The marina itself is one of the largest in the region, with berths for hundreds of yachts over the island. There's almost always festivals, live music, and outdoor markets taking place. As part of their Vision 2030, which is a national initiative aimed at broadening the country's economy and encouraging sustainable development, the Pearl Island has shown Qatar's plans to create a world-class urban space that blends tradition and modern expectations. Number 6. Diyar Al Muharraq in Bahrain. Diyar Al Muharraq, off the northern shores of Muharraq in Bahrain, is one of the kingdom's largest development projects. Covering an area of about 4.5 square miles, or about 12 square kilometers, the master-planned community is built in a group of reclaimed islands, and it's designed to balance modern living with cultural heritage and economic growth. The project was launched in 2006, and it was a significant investment in Bahrain's infrastructure and real estate sectors. It aims to create a self-sufficient mixed-use community with residential, commercial, and leisure spaces. The focal point here is by Chinese architecture and trade markets. Dragon City has become a major shopping destination, offering a range of products at competitive prices and serving as a cultural bridge between Bahrain and China. The project also includes office spaces and commercial districts, of course, designed to attract businesses. The islands have been landscaped with greenery and open spaces, creating a healthy environment for residents and preserving their local biodiversity. The community is also home to Marasi Al Bahrain, a mixed-use development within the area that includes luxury residences, a shopping mall, and a stunning beachfront. Marasi Galleria, it's a retail and leisure destination too, features high-end brands, dining options, and entertainment venues, creating a lively social and cultural center. With the intent of being a fully self-sustaining community, there are, of course, also schools, nurseries, and medical centers, ensuring that residents have access to the essential services within close proximity. Number 5. The world 5.5 miles or 9 kilometers long, 4.5 miles or 7 kilometers wide, with a total area of 89 square miles, or just over 230 square kilometers. They're divided into sections representing continents, countries, and landmarks, giving each island a unique identity. This concept was to create an exclusive and luxurious retreat for high net worth individuals, where each island could serve as a private residence, resort, or even a leisure destination. The world islands went on, though, to face a number of difficulties over the years. Construction started in 2003, and by 2008 the islands had been completed in terms of land reclamation. Many of the islands, though, remained undeveloped for years, earning the project a reputation as a failed venture. Now, in recent years, renewed interest and investment have brought new life to the project, with several islands now being developed into luxury resorts. One of the leading developments on the world islands is the Heart of Europe, which is a cluster of islands that coastline. There are concerns about how these projects are done. Dredging and reclamation process in this case significantly altered marine habitats, and concerns have been raised about the long-term stability of the islands. Developers, though, have since taken steps to address these issues to ensure the durability and balance of the project, but the long-term effects are yet to be fully understood. Number 4. Marina Bay, Singapore. Marina Bay, which is in Singapore, is probably one of the most recognizable waterfront developments in the world, and one that's led to Singapore being seen as one of the world's most advanced countries. The origins here go back to Singapore's land reclamation projects in the 1970s. By reclaiming land from the sea, Singapore created a blank slate to build an urban space that would let it develop into the place that it is today. The bay was part of the Singapore River estuary, and its redevelopment was intended to expand the city's central business district. The biggest part of the development here, of course, towering vertical gardens that light up in dazzling displays at night, and the Flower Dome and Cloud Forest, which are two massive conservatories that house exotic plants and use innovative cooling tech. Elsewhere on the Bay development, you'll find the Art Science Museum, which is a lotus-shaped building that hosts rotating exhibitions of art, science, technology, and culture. Nearby, the Esplanade, theaters on the Bay, often called the Durian because of its spiky design, is Singapore's leading performance arts center, showcasing theater, music, and dance from around the world. Marina Bay's waterfront promenade is a favorite destination too, with spectacular views of the bay. It transforms into a gathering place during events such as the annual Marina Bay Singapore Countdown or the Formula One Singapore Grand Prix, where the night race winds through the city streets of the Bay Area. Interestingly, the entire Bay Area is also seen as a test bed for smart city and sustainable tech, as well as a comprehensive water management system here with initiatives like autonomous transportation, energy-efficient street lighting, and fortifications to defend Tokyo from naval attacks. Then Odaiba was expanded and redeveloped in the late 20th century into a vibrant area that now attracts millions of people each year. Today, it's one of Tokyo's most popular districts. Their modern transformation began in the 1980s and 90s during Japan's economic boom. It was initially planned as a futuristic business district. Development shifted focus to entertainment, retail, and tourism after the economic bubble burst. This pivot turned Odaiba into a unique destination that combines leisure, culture, and technology. The island is connected to central Tokyo via the Rainbow Bridge, which is an illuminated suspension bridge that's become a symbol of Odaiba's connection to the city. One of Odaiba's most recognizable landmarks, though, is Diverse City Tokyo Plaza, which is a shopping center and entertainment complex best known for its life-size Gundam statue. That's awesome. This complex also offers a range of international and Japanese shops, restaurants, and attractions, including Gundam-based Tokyo, where visitors can explore exhibits and purchase exclusive models. Odaiba is also home to Maraikan, which is the National Museum. And one of the more surprising things you'll see here is the Statue of Liberty replica, which is a smaller-scale version of the iconic American landmark. It stands near the waterfront and is a popular photo spot with Tokyo's skyline in the background. It's another sign that this is a place that's designed to welcome people from all over, no matter what you're into. And its various events and exhibitions, including anime conventions, music festivals, and seasonal illuminations, there'll always be something there for you to explore and do. Number 2. Flevoland in the Netherlands. Flevoland in the Netherlands is the country's youngest province and was created entirely through land reclamation, having originally been Zuiderzee, an inlet in the North Sea. Officially established in 1986, Flevoland is a leading example of Dutch ingenuity and their centuries-long experience in water management. Covering an area of about 930 square miles, or about 2,400 square kilometers, it is the world's largest artificial island, and it's used for agriculture, urban Flevoland. What began as a means to prevent flooding has now, though, become hugely advantageous to the country, particularly for agriculture. The rich clay soil, which had been deposited by the former Zuiderzee, is very fertile, and it's made the province a leading producer of crops such as potatoes, onions, sugar beets, and tulips. Urban development in Flevoland has been fast, too, with the cities of Almere and Lelystad becoming the province's economic and cultural centers. Almere, the youngest city in the Netherlands, was founded in the 1970s and has grown into a modern urban space with futuristic architecture and an active art scene. Lelystad, which is the provincial capital, was named after Cornelius Lely, the engineer who designed the Zuiderzee works, and it's home to attractions like the Bataviawerf, which is the shipyard where the historic ships are reconstructed, and the Aviodrome, which is an aviation museum. As a province created from reclaimed land, though, it requires continuous water management to prevent any flooding. A network of dikes, pumping stations, and canals ensure that water levels here are carefully controlled. The area was once home to settlements at 4 square miles or 10 square kilometers of reclaimed land from the Atlantic Ocean. Eco Atlantic is often referred to as Africa's city of the future and combines sustainability, modern infrastructure, and a bit of luxury, with the aim of establishing Lagos as a global business and financial center. The project was first put forward in the early 2000s as a response to severe coastal erosion that's displaced communities and threatened Lagos Island. The beach bar shoreline, which was once a major recreational space, was eroding at a fast rate because of rising sea levels. To deal with this, the Lagos state government partnered with private developers to create Eco Atlantic, which would be a city protected by the Great Wall of Lagos, which is a 3.4-mile or 8.5-kilometer-long sea defense barrier made of concrete and granite. It was built to protect the new city and ensure the long-term safety of the Lagos coastline. One of the biggest parts of Eco Atlantic is the commercial district, which leaders hope will become the financial hub of West Africa. This area feeds water sports, while luxury hotels and restaurants cater to business travelers and tourists. The Marina District in particular is planned to be a social hub with cafes, boutiques, and entertainment venues, and further plans include spaces for art galleries, museums, and cultural events. Despite its promise, however, Eco Atlantic has faced criticism and challenges. Some argue that the project is designed to benefit only the wealthy elite, and this has the potential to make the problems of socioeconomic inequalities way worse in Lagos. Concerns have been also raised about the environmental impact of land reclamation on marine ecosystems, especially on the